Today on Other People's Airplanes, we bring you the UCAP Tiedown Party. Welcome to Other People's Airplanes, a show where we bring you into the cockpit and along for the ride whenever we do awesome aviation-related stuff. I'm your host, David Allen. Now, we are actually standing at the approach end of runway 9, the departure end of runway 27, here for the UCAP Tiedown Party. That's the Uncontrolled Airspace Tiedown Party, formerly known as the Beer Bash. A bunch of the listeners got together and decided to just gather to share stories and tell lies about flying and all kinds of fun stuff. So we decided to come out here and get some stories and to get some, just ask a few questions, and this is what we got.
This is probably my either 6th or 7th. I'd have to add it up.
And my first.
About 5 hours. I just got here first year, got here about 1 o'clock, and then unfortunately I got to leave. So I got 5 hours of Oshkosh under my belt.
First Oshkosh, hopefully first of many, but there's a big danger it might be on my only one with me going back to Europe next year. So we're gonna, yeah, well, true. I can come back. They have air travel, right? I can get on a plane and come back.
I first came to Oshkosh to work on the show daily for GA News when they started doing the daily about 18 years ago. And I've been coming every year since, and it's been wonderful, especially being able to be involved working on the newspaper and having access to things I wouldn't have access to otherwise.
I think this is my 4th, but it could be my 5th, but I'm not sure. That sounds weird, but I'm really not sure. I got to look it up.
This is my 2nd year.
This is my 3rd time at this glorious mecca of aviation.
This is my 2nd Oshkosh.
We were trying to calculate that just recently, and I think this is my 28th in 32 years. I missed some a while back because I had the wrong kind of job. They wouldn't let me come, they wouldn't send me. So we ditched all that, and now it's easy.
The people, yeah, the people. Met up with a good friend of mine, Jevin, this year. He flew his Cessna 140 from Edmonton. I like that person. Met her for the first time this year. She's cool.
The first time I was overwhelmed by the airplanes and ooh, I saw this, and ooh, I saw a 787 and I saw this. This time it was for the people, and it's been such a welcome to come back and have people go, hey Brad, and to be able to go, oh hey, it's Dave, oh hey, it's Dan, you know, it's the Butt Muff girls, you know, that was great.
My favorite thing about Oshkosh is meeting the people and seeing the people again. So I saw you last year and I was excited, and this year, and we listen to you all the time. Even our brand new baby listens to you. So now we get to see you in person again.
Everything, the people, I get to run into you, all the planes, of course, get to see everything. It's overwhelming right now, I don't even know what to think, so ask me next week.
Favorite thing, it's the people. It's things like this, these meetups, and just hangar flying and talking aviation stuff, and just hearing about why people got into flying. That's one of my favorite questions. Everybody I meet here, how they got started, which every story is unique and interesting.
The people, the reunions, the airplanes, and this is in descending order. The people, the airplanes, and the getting away from the real world for a couple of weeks and just immersing in this.
I would say the people, because the planes are wonderful, but it's really the people that make the event what it is. They're so open, such great spirit, such unity of purpose, and such diverse range that still all share this one common passion makes it unique.
Main thing I was looking forward to was indeed meet up with Jevin, meet up with lots of other podcasters, and to see a lot of good products, do some shopping, see some airplanes.
Probably like experimentals, really looking into experimental area, looking at other warbirds, seeing some of that I haven't seen in the past, and just taking it all in, really. I mean,
I've been working at the NATCA group. The thing I have been really looking forward to is just meeting a lot of the kids that are coming by, and they're interested in becoming air traffic controllers. And so I've been working with NATCA to kind of work them. There's a simulator down there, and we've been running them through playing tower, and it's got voice recognition. It's really cool. And so that's been a huge thing. The other thing for me personally is learning more about engines. I know all about avionics and communications, but engines, I know how to fly our aircraft, but I just really want to learn a lot more about how engines really work. So that's kind of like, one of my missions this year for myself.
Well, for me, just I missed it last year. Just never intended to miss Oshkosh, and I got sick terrible that week and had to miss. So I'm just looking forward to getting back into the swing of it all. They've moved some tents around. They didn't ask me for permission. They did it anyway. So I got to find out where all the new stuff's at. But yeah, just interested in seeing all the people that I missed last year.
I'm allowed to say the Planes movie. Maybe I'm allowed to say the Planes movie. I think the Planes movie, the Jet Man, but I heard, following Twitter at the weekend, during the week there, that he seems to be above the clouds. So I don't know if he's performing later in the week. And I wanted to see the flying car as well, so maybe I've missed all that. But tomorrow, I'm doing a tri-motor flight with a bunch of the podcasters, and I think that's going to be the highlight. And my wife has given me an extended 40th birthday present, and she didn't put a limit on how much I can spend, so maybe I'll go home with an aeroplane. But if not, I'm going to go home with a smile on my face.
My trips up here are a little less tourist and a little more work focused, and it's 125 hours a week, 125 hours of work in about 10 days. But the last day, I'm off. And then they let me go see the buildings and the exhibits, and I visit friends I haven't seen all week. And so that's always kind of a treat. Coming here, staying at the Superb 8, coming to the Uncontrolled Airspace meetup, the Tiedown Party, seeing all our friends, it wouldn't be worth it without this.
I'm looking forward to this year's event to seeing some new airplanes if they're out there, some old airplanes I've never seen before, reacquainting myself with people I've met before, old friends that only you see them once a year here, but it's like you've known them forever, and meeting new friends also.
And for me, anything and everything. Being my first one, everything's new to me, so looking forward to seeing it all. I'm
seeing so many people here that I've spoken to on social media. I don't know what it would have been like coming here 10 years ago without social media, but this is just, this is amazing now.
I'll tell you what, this year's event has been the best so far because I get to bring my wife here for the first time and watch her see everything for the first time. So I think it's pretty cool.
How's that going so far?
Great.
So far, so good. Ask us tomorrow.
Good.
One place I often go to is a small little airfield called Aldinga. This is south of Adelaide. It's set in a beautiful wine country, in almost like a valley, but it's between the sea and the hills, and it's always beautiful weather there. And they've got a fantastic cafe. They've got a fantastic little cafe there, great food and great people, always someone to hang out, and great deck to watch airplanes.
See, my favorite airport to fly into is Long Beach. I've been to Long Beach many times, especially flying over the LAX corridor.
I've been to Key West, so that was pretty cool. So flying my plane down to Key West was pretty cool.
Tucson, where I went last night. There's something about sharing the pattern with a F-16 or an A-10. Just blows me away that I can do that for virtually free apart from the price of the rental. It's too much fun.
Martha's Vineyard. It's close. It's an island. Real close behind that is Block Island. They're both about a 45-minute to a 1-hour flight from where I fly out of, Nashua, New Hampshire. I just like them because they're islands and they're cool, and Block Island's especially cool because it's a much shorter runway than any of the other ones.
My favorite airport destination would probably be some airport in Central America where you have such a great adventure getting there. You're flying over jungles, you're seeing ruins, and when you get there, you're going to have a whole nother cultural experience on the ground and be in a place that there's no other way to have these sorts of adventures unless you have a pilot's license.
I'd say Governor's Harbor, Eleuthera,
Yeah.
Eleuthera, Bahamas.
That's
We went
what
on
I was gonna
our
say.
honeymoon. We flew to the Bahamas ourselves. So,
Yeah.
And that was gorgeous.
Yep, we flew to Eleuthera. Yep, that is by far our favorite.
Yeah.
Probably Dead Cow International. That means I'm home from wherever the trip's been. And I can always count on bumping into a couple of friends there and there being a cold brew in the ice box. And, you know, not much traffic at that airport, but lots of traffic at the one next door. So we can sit out there in the evening, watch the students train from other airports. They come and do touch and goes. It's Dead Cow's 2,500 feet in the middle of an industrial park 2 miles from Wichita Mid-Continent. It's got a displaced threshold for 1.7, and if you depart on 3.5, it's got wires 400 feet past the end. So it puts you on your game, and so it's always nice coming and going there and knowing that we're flying well enough to do that and not get freaked out.
I'd like to fly a jet. Can I say a class of aircraft that I haven't flown yet that I'd like to fly?
Well, that's easy. P-51. I mean, that's boring. So many people say that, but golly, give me the P-51, I'm through, I'm done, I'm happy.
Let's say, well, I'd like to fly in that Honda jet. How about that?
I can have two. I'm going to have a civilian one, the 727 and the F-16. Actually, let's stand corrected. I did fly an F-16 simulator at Luke Air Force Base last year. But yeah, it has to be the F-16.
Anything with a pretty paint job. It doesn't matter the plane.
But she'll settle for flying in my aircraft.
Yeah, you know. That's because he's in it.
I find the Pilatus PC-12 just really sexy and amazingly practical.
My favorite airplane that I've never flown in, there's two. The top one for me that maybe is even reachable if I beg a buddy of mine is the TBM 850. That's kind of like one of my top ones. The next top behind that is the L-39.
My favorite airplane that I've never flown in is probably the Phenom 300 or 100.
You know, those are manufactured right where I live.
I did not know that.
My home airport.
So you're going to give me one for Christmas?
Melbourne, I'd love to, after I get mine.
Okay.
Corsair. Definitely the Corsair. And a Mustang would be right behind that. And then a B-29.
Boy, my favorite airplane I've never flown. That's really a tough one. I would have to say it would be some probably kind of heavy metal military thing that's going to create a whole lot of exhaust and noise and go all over the place and just at the flick of my little finger be up in the stratosphere.
So there's a little taste of Airventure Oshkosh. There's so many people here, and it's great to just meet with them. I think we had a kind of a theme there on the what's your favorite part about Oshkosh. So if you're gonna come to this event, it's not just about airplanes. It's about the people, and it's about these great gatherings and the relationships that you form. You definitely got to be here. This is a fantastic event, and these little parties really make it happen. So that's it for this episode of Other People's Airplanes. We thank you for watching all of our coverage. Find us on Twitter, find us on YouTube, find us in iTunes, find our website. I know that's a lot of links in a very short amount of time, but I think you can handle it, and we love you, and we're so glad that you're an audience, and we cannot wait to see you for the next episode. Bye-bye.
Sometimes I think I might give it all up and get a more dignified job. That sewer cleaning company turned me down and told me I'm too big a slob. So the only way I know is to be. Well, I drink Chardonnay from a cardboard box and sing the organ rider blues.